Yo, what's the podcast? Episode 108. Jerome Baker the third. We're back. Um, yeah, man. Shout out to my man, always available. Hashtag Streetwear Eddie. He's
What's
in the
good? What's
building.
good?
Don't charge Abdul's in the building.
108, we here, baby.
Episode 108.
Yes, sir.
Concise. You know what I'm saying? Concise.
Jabro-
Straight, no chaser, no filler. Not arguing. Fuck
Uh,
everything. Let's get to it, okay?
let's go.
Episode 108. We're back. Um, yeah, man. The week has been fantastic. How about you guys?
Everything's good, man. No complaints. The
Yeah.
weather was amazing today.
Beautiful.
You got your second shot today, so I know you're a little bit you're feeling it, huh? Moderna gang.
Listen, man. Yes, I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
and,
it's gonna
you
happen.
know, I'm
That
just
just
looking
mean
forward
that just
to-
means it's working. That just means
Yeah,
the
it's beautiful.
antibodies are creeping in. Pause.
Yeah.
Listen, it's all good. Pause. I don't give a fuck. Pause. Whatever. Just fucking do your job so I can
play.
get on
The,
this airplane.
the antibodies are running a train on you.
Pause.
Pause.
Play. Air. I don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
none of that
fast,
shit. Listen,
Fast forward.
there will not be a show in
Let's
2
go.
weeks, guys, because I will not be here. All right, so let's go. Okay, like do your goddamn job, and I just this is what I'm here for. So, yeah, DC has announced that May 1st COVID restrictions are loosening. This is more so for the nightlife people. So basically, what it states is that seated live entertainment venues will reopen, both indoors and outdoors, with a
Streets are gonna be
capacity
on tilt.
Yeah,
with a
fire.
capacity limit of 25% or 500 people, whichever
Wow.
is less. Live music will be allowed near outdoor restaurant seating. Weddings and special events, meetings and conventions can operate at 25% or 250 people. Graduations will be allowed. I know Howard's making a big fuss over it. Like, who really
What are
gives
they
a fuck?
saying? They don't want to have it, or
No, they're like happy to be doing it. I'm like, yo, who gives a shit? Nobody cares.
nah? Everybody graduating wants to walk.
Whatever.
I get it.
And so, yeah, I mean, basically at that point, you have your outdoor pools that are going to be opening, which is, I'm sure, a lot of people looking forward to that. DC does a pretty good job with the
Pool parties.
with like that. No, just like the outdoor pools, like the neighborhood joints. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there's one not far from me that's really popular. So, and it was 80 degrees today. So
Today
I
was
mean,
dope.
we're at the impending. Things are going to warm up here probably for the foreseeable future.
Shorts
so-
weather is coming back, man.
Yeah,
In
it looks like we're in a mix of like 70s and 60s for the next at least 10 days. So,
Yeah.
I like it.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's going to, we know what that's going to make it look like. So, DC has been kind of teetering with reopening. I mean, you've seen, there's just like not nightclubs, excuse me. There's like lounges, hookah lounges, shit like that has been operating at a pretty consistent clip throughout the course of the pandemic. But
Yeah.
it's, the biggest issue I want to say in DC is that everything closes really early though, and you got to stay seated.
What's it closing out? Midnight?
Midnight, yeah.
Yeah.
So right when the party's getting started, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? So unless you want to step outside at like 7 p.m., you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, which hey, there's no hate. Do your thing.
Nah,
It's
people
all
do
That
good.
might be a good thing, though. I mean, not a good thing, but it's something. Like I had fun. We stepped out early a couple of weeks ago, and wrapped up the night kind of early as well. I think maybe that's just where we are for right now.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
should just appreciate it. Enjoy yourself
So-
being outside, man.
So
With the
starting
mask
May
on.
starting May 1st, they lift the curfew also, like
It
normal,
does not.
normal hours.
It does not. It does not have a mention of curfew. I'm actually looking at the mayor's notice right now. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Just all of the capacity limits for entertainment venues, special events, pools, retail stores, libraries, and museums will be increased. So it does not mention anything about the curfew. So but like outdoor splash pads can reopen at full capacity. There's a bunch of those around the city, and so I mean, they're just DC is taking their time. They're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
There's still no fans allowed at like sports at the Wizards though, because that shit is inside, right?
Yeah.
And that sucks. But like, we just passed opening day yesterday, I believe.
Yeah.
for the
I
for
s-
the Nationals.
for the Nationals.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I saw a bunch of people excited about
Yeah.
that, and I'm actually going to a game next week.
Oh, let's do it. I'm with it.
And then
I'll
I'm
roll
going.
with you.
I'm going with my daughter, so
Ah,
you're
sorry. I'll
not
bring
going
my
to.
daughter. We'll go.
But we're actually we're going to. What are we doing? We're going to Baltimore Tuesday for the Orioles, and then we're going to the
Oh, we'll roll with
Nationals.
you.
We'll go to the Nationals Thursday.
Yo, speaking of Baltimore, did you see the ultimatum that the Baltimore mayor proposed with Mayor Bowser? He
No.
wants he tweeted, "I love Mayor Bowser in D.C., but I said what I said, Madam Mayor. How about a taste of Baltimore Washington Parkway battle?" He's trying to compete with D.C. on what city has better food. You've been in Baltimore in more recently than probably the three of us, Jerome. What do you think?
Baltimore.
Really?
I think DC definitely has way more Michelin star restaurants than
That's
Baltimore.
but who gives a fuck about that?
No,
Stuff?
no,
Like,
no.
I
Outside
see
of Michelin.
people. Yeah, but I see people make that as some sort of like determinant, and it's like that shit is square. You don't get like people are like you're in there
don't
wearing
know.
a shirt that's too tight and
No, not
nah.
necessarily. Not
Nah, like
necessarily.
this soul. Like if you want to talk about soul food that people truly enjoy,
Oh,
it's
well, no, but-
Baltimore.
Well,
Baltimore.
okay, so
Nobody
that's one
specified
aspect
that.
of it. What I'm thinking about, what I like about DC is the amount of different variations and ethnicities I can touch food wise.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a lot of that in Baltimore. I got like it's either black or white. There's no
Yeah.
like gray area. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Is
I
there?
disagree. I
Okay.
disagree. I mean, I've spent a lot of time there. I have a couple of homies that own different restaurants now, actually, and
Nah,
like
But what kind of cuisine is it?
one is Ethiopian, three are
All right.
soul food. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's a definitely a flourishing market. Like it's still on its way.
No,
Right?
Baltimore's
Okay.
food scene is popping, yo. Don't
But-
I
get it
didn't know
twisted.
because I mean
No,
I'm
it's
from
popping. Don't-
Baltimore and
don't
I
get it
would like
twisted.
for us to win, but I just I haven't been around. Like it's been over 20 years since I lived in Baltimore.
But the thing about
so-
DC though, it's very like the rent's so expensive. So when you have a lot of the places that are really good are like it takes them like a long time, or the food has to be astronomical to be any good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of places that are in Rockville. There's a lot of places that are in.
I don't think those are part of the competition.
No, but
though.
what I'm saying though is there's so many places that are in the immediate area, but they might not be able to afford rent in DC. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's shit in around where I live. There's these incredible restaurants, but they're like 500 square feet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You know what I think would be a better battle between the two cities would be who's got the better carryout. You got Yums from DC. You got Lake Trout in Baltimore. Let's go.
I'm gonna say Baltimore off top.
I might have to go with BMO on that one. I'll be
I'm gonna say
honest.
Baltimore off top.
'Cause-
Wow.
And maybe it's just because I haven't eaten a lake trout fish sandwich in a very, very long time, and I'm kind of fiending for it. But I mean, listen, you can't go wrong with Yums either, though. You know?
They got
You can't go wrong
I mean,
with Yums.
You can get a chicken box half and half. Like I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
They got Kennedy's fried chicken in Baltimore. They don't have
Listen,
that here.
listen.
You could. I think that would be a great battle. Like instead of like high tier restaurants, let's do the carry out that everybody hits.
but DC isn't
know what
like
I'm saying?
DC isn't like per se. It's not like a fried chicken town, right?
No,
Like, you
I'm
know,
not talking
like-
about fried chicken. Fried chicken is one thing, but
Yeah.
I'm saying just overall like carry out food. Like
But I think the problem with DC too, though, it can be a little too inventive for the times, and shit's a lot. It's glossy and it's these sort of concept. Yo, just let me just get to the food, b. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? Like,
I mean, the
sometimes-
carry out
sometimes-
is the carry out though.
I'm not speaking necessarily
Oh,
about the
okay,
carryout
okay,
per se. I'm
okay,
just saying
okay.
in general, if
Yeah.
we're having
Like
a
restaurants.
conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of these restaurants is getting their own way, doing a bit too. It's like, fam, just like
Yeah.
let's go with the food.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
care
Like,
about
don't
your
have to-
theme, Playboy.
Don't
Don't-
sell me the
Exactly.
cool story.
Don't sell me
Okay.
your story. Let me let me see
Yeah.
what the food is hitting for.
That's
right.
true.
And
Yeah.
I think that's and I mean, does DC have a more established food? Probably. That's probably why you have. I mean, it's a international city. Nothing
Yeah.
against Baltimore.
Yeah.
So they have to have Michelin star
Yeah.
restaurants. you know?
Baltimore is more like a really blue collared city for one. So, all the food that you are gonna get it's not gonna be like the ritzy like type of shit, right? You're gonna
Yeah.
get like a lot of spots that you'll be able to go to every day.
I mean,
But
again, with the Michelin thing, there's 4 Michelin restaurants within a 5-minute walk of me, right? So I
And
don't
that's
know.
just by you.
I don't know
You
if
what
that holds as much weight as it used to, but it's
nah,
just kind of
not
like,
to me.
but it's just like they're all great restaurants, whether it's Michelin or not, right? And
Right.
so
Right.
I think that a lot of people in DC don't even try half the restaurants in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like they just kind of repeat the same shit over and over again, which is fine. Like that's, hey man, do your thing, live your life. I don't care, but
Yeah.
you know,
I think the variety of cuisines that are available in DC, just maybe off of that alone, might just win for me. Like, what I'm saying? If I want to have a Dominican cuisine, I go to the spot right by you, Rome, and and just different things. Like I like that Ethiopian, Indian,
true. But
Pakistani.
let's also, we also have to look at how DC is sort of made. And once I'm in the middle of the city, but you can go up Connecticut Avenue and shit gets a little bland, right? Like,
Sure.
you go to Wisconsin, it gets very commercial,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But then try telling some kids from like Nanny Helen Burroughs, like they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like,
Yeah.
so it's like DC is set up in certain areas for sure, but I think it's a disservice that they do because sometimes the residents don't even know what's really out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that just is unfair that you have like one group of people moving in that's like, hey, we're gonna do XYZ, but whatever, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
At the end of the
So-
day, I think it's a great I think it's a great, like, let's do it.
I'm here for that Twitter battle between Mayor Bowser and Mayor Scott, man.
Did she respond?
You know what? I don't know. Somebody just tagged me on a post that happened, so I haven't even seen the conversation happen between the two of them on Twitter.
I mean, they used to have the Taste of DC at Freedom. That used to happen in the summer, right?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
And
And
then
I think they have a
Avenue.
taste of Baltimore too. So
They
he's
definitely.
like,
well,
yo,
Baltimore
let's-
also has Artscape, which is phenomenal.
right. You
know
played
what
at
I mean?
that 2 years ago, didn't you?
I played at
Or
Artscape, but yeah. I don't remember when.
2 years ago. Because
Artscape
last year
is-
it didn't happen last
Yeah, it
year
didn't happen
because of
last year.
COVID. Yeah, Silent Time. It was right before we started taping. Was telling us we need to go to the Filipino spot that's opening up in Wheaton. What's the name of it?
I don't know how to pronounce it correctly.
Jollibee. Shout out to all our Pinoys out there.
Yeah, Jollibee is like
Jollibee.
it's world famous.
Jollibee.
Yeah, shout out to my homegirl, Les the DJ. She's like a big Filipino DJ out
She's a
here.
big
but
Pinoy. All right.
she is, but she was like, "Yo, you gotta go. Like the fried chicken is amazing. Like that's what they're known for. The fried and some other
Adobo.
Filipino." Which if you look at how they're even described, you're like, I'm not too sure about that.
Nah,
But
I
then
fuck
when
with
you,
it.
when you taste the shit is crack.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever had like
Have you been to Bad Saint?
I have.
That's Filipino food. Fire.
It was pretty good.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
And that
Again, that's a Michelin star
Michelin
restaurant,
star, right.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
3
fire,
blocks
though.
from me.
yeah.
Yeah.
3 blocks.
I've only been there once. And part of it was because I think just getting a spot in there to eat is
Yeah, it
tough.
sucks.
Yeah.
Driving by, you see that line of people at like 4
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah.
It's like they don't open till 5:30. It's like you guys are fucking nerds, man. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
You could just go put your name on
Relax.
and then go run around, get some
Yeah.
drinks, and do what
You
you,
can go
do
to-
and come back.
You can go to Tip Cow.
Is that next door?
Nah, it's
Tip
on
Cow's
14th Street,
Oh,
next
okay.
to the.
That shit's fire too.
But that's a Michelin star, right?
Is it?
What kind,
Tip
of
Cow
cuisine,
is?
what kind of food is that?
It's Laotian.
Laotian. Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Laos.
What's
Yo,
it called? Michelin
fire.
star now too. What's the
What?
taco spot further up 14th Street?
Minor? No.
Habanero?
Habanero.
Oh,
No, it's
Takira
not.
Habanero.
Yes, it is.
Michelin?
I promise you.
Yo, come on, dog.
Okay.
It's pretty official.
All right. So
No,
then.
no. I've been
Taqueria
there-
Habanero
I've
is
been there.
fucking
I've been there
fire.
a million times. I was
Okay.
there.
Okay. So then L
That's-
L around my way. That's Michelin star,
Hold on, Taqueria Habanero is a Michelin restaurant?
bro.
Have you ever had the Cuban chicken sandwich from there?
No, because it's,
Oh,
it's a
man.
Mexican spot, so I
No,
wouldn't
no,
get
no,
a
no,
Cuban
but-
sandwich there, dog.
Yo, they have a Cuban sandwich
I
that's
believe
kind of
it.
off the chain.
I wouldn't get it.
It's fucking
I
massive.
would get tacos.
Pause. but it's dope. You good value for
I
your
don't
dollar.
think
I
that-
think
I
it's
don't
like
think that's
$9 or something.
I don't think habanero is a Michelin star. If they are, shout
It's
out to
banging
them.
though. They might be some of the best tacos I've had.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
God damn. Yeah, people
So-
people from who are listeners from outside of the city might be like, yo, all these dudes do is talk about DC. But listen, we're trying to put you all on to to our city. Next time you come and visit, you know where to go, where to be at, where to eat. So
Yeah.
think of
Well,
it
listen,
as,
man. The food is good here. Like
Yeah.
we're not going to deny
Yeah.
that. And the variety of food. I mean, again, where I live, my God, there's
That's how I feel like there's too much competition here. I feel like there's so many fucking restaurants
yeah.
that you like forget about the good ones every time you go to them because you go to somewhere else. you
But I mean,
know?
there's so much good food. Like, and we spoke about it before. Like, there's a dude who sells Puerto Rican food
like you
on the
said, in front of-
street
in front of Target.
in front of Target. And they got a
Yeah.
whole. He got 7,
Cracking.
8 things. I was out there today. Yo, it was booming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had so much water and Gatorade in my hand I couldn't stop. But
I'm telling you.
yo, so
He got the mango slices with the cayenne pepper on it. Come on,
That's
man.
the Salvadorian lady on the corner.
I was about to say you got
That shit is
Salvadorian ladies.
fire.
You got Salvadorian ladies on Park. You got Salvadorian ladies on Irving. You
Yeah.
got them on Porter on
Yep.
on over in Mount Pleasant. So it's very entrepreneurial. The food is fantastic.
love it. You
Yeah.
got the
So-
dude, on Irving. I think he's selling bananas out of his minivan
Yo.
right on Irving and 16th.
14th, yo, 14th,
Fresh fruit.
14th and Irving today look like I was like, yo, if this is what the summer's gonna look like out here, it's gonna be
Oh, it's
insane.
lit.
Oh,
I
they're
love
building a Taco Bell.
Where?
Where?
Taco Bell's in between Krispy Kreme and Chick-fil-A.
I'm not fucking with Taco Bell, respectfully.
Taco Bell Cantina, which means they can serve liquor.
Ooh.
Taco Bell sponsor the show.
That corner is really going to be lit when Taco Bell starts.
No,
selling liquor.
the sign is up. I saw the sign today. I
I
read
know.
about it, but once I saw the sign, I was like,
What-
yo,
When's the last time you ate Taco Bell?
it's been years.
1998.
I think it's been like 20 years for me easily. And I think I ate it on like caught it on 95 once driving, just because
Nah.
there was nothing else
I can't
available
eat
or
that
something
shit
like that.
if I'm going to be in the car for any extended period of time. I'm not fucking with Taco Bell.
I don't have that problem.
I fuck with
to be
Taco
honest.
Bell. Taco Bell's crack, dude. When I going to high school, it was one right. You had to walk past.
Yeah, high school.
Taco
no,
Bell.
No.
Yeah.
For
So
sure,
it's just
high
been-
school, it was crack.
I know that was 20. It was almost 25 years ago. But
You
yo,
still
the
fucking
shit.
with it?
Nah, I mean there isn't one close, but now there's one close. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know-
So you never know.
Yeah,
I
you gonna
think I
fuck with it.
stopped fucking with it when that news report came out that all the meat from there is like, it's essentially like horse meat. It's grade D meat, which is like equivalent to like horse meat or worse.
Just get the chicken in.
And,
or
I
just
sto-
get the-
well, we don't even know what the chicken is either.
Just get the bean burrito. The bean burrito.
Yeah, you can get the vegetarian shit and might be all right with some sour cream in it.
Silent Tom said he had it 2 weeks ago.
Bean burrito.
Silent Tom
No.
is a
Fuck with a beef
sick
burrito.
dude, man.
Said
You
he had
remember
Taco Bell 2
when
weeks ago.
Silent Tom got caught? He told everybody he was leaving and going home, and we walked past the McDonald's on 14th AU, and he was inside eating a Big Mac at
That was
4
a long
a.m.
time ago. That was a long
But
time ago.
that's what I'm saying. Like, he's a sick fuck. So
A long time ago.
his cuisine is kind of out of whack. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised he only ate it 2 weeks ago. He was probably there last week too.
But the difference, I think, too, is DC doesn't have a lot of they don't have a lot of places like that. Like there aren't a lot
late
of,
night spots.
not even that. There aren't a lot of fast food. Like there
We got
are-
Popeyes. We got
but there's
Popeyes.
barely any standalone joints, right? Like that's the
Right.
difference between like the suburbs and a lot of places. There isn't enough space, so like there's one standalone Popeyes on Georgia Avenue with the most fucked up drive-through you've ever seen in your life. There's a couple.
It's like 2 parking spots.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
You got McDonald's up Georgia Avenue. Other than that, though, that's really, you know what I'm saying?
Now
Like,
there's a
there-
Popeyes on 14th Street.
14th. There's one in Adams
Yeah.
Morgan as
right,
well.
but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, compared to other cities, there aren't a ton of
yeah,
fast food joints. There's probably one Wendy's left in the whole city.
You know what? I kind
That's
of
just
like
about to
that
be
though.
Ghost too.
I like that because I feel like corporate America has already come in and taken over a lot of these cities and knocked the mom and pop stores out, right? Including the mom and pop restaurants. And you know what? A neighborhood really feels like a neighborhood when it's independent businesses. They really make it into a neighborhood, right? Like that's I think the difference between living in the city and living in the suburbs. Like I think that's a big difference because in the suburbs it's all corporate America. You have your Walmarts, which we have as well, but you got your fast food joints, you got Starbucks on every corner, shit like
Yeah.
that. We have that too, but we also
It's
have
mixed in,
the
sprinkled
mom
in.
and pop coffee shop. We got the little taqueria joints. We got all these spots in Mount Pleasant and Adams Morgan and even on U Street now, but they're not like name household name brand spots. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna get a different meal in there every time you go in there.
Yeah.
So I think that's what really makes us stand out from the suburbs. To be honest, I fuck with that.
I
Me
mean,
too.
the only thing that sucks about that is shit is just expensive, right? Like those, you
That's
have to
true.
pay.
Yeah,
You,
yeah.
those businesses have to pay rent.
You're
And
right.
So
Yeah, but you're
You're
getting
right.
real food though.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm not disputing
Yeah,
the
it
quality.
is.
I'm
It
just
is
saying
more expensive. You're
it's more
right.
expensive, right? You've got L. Let's say you've got L, and let's say you go to the other bagel place on 14th Street. A bagel, egg and cheese with some
Yeah.
is like $14.
Yeah,
You know
nah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
they're
Like,
wilding. They're
That's
wilding with
stupid
that.
as shit.
it's
yeah.
crack though. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
crack.
Call your mother. Oof.
Call your mother. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
Call
on
your
Georgia-
mother and
Bumba clot.
Yeah.
huh?
That
That's on
shit-
Georgia Ave, right?
That's on
Yeah, they got
Georgia
one on
Avenue.
Georgia. They got one in Georgetown.
They got
But
one
like
in Georgetown.
L, which is on Mount Pleasant Road, Mount Pleasant Street, and Call Your Mother, banging breakfast sandwiches,
Banging.
incredible.
But they're gonna hit you for $12,
$14.
$13 easy.
$14.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It should
so,
be half that.
Listen.
well, they got rent to pay. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
They got rent. So it's like it's a trade off, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
I want a sourdough jack in the worst way. Like I really want a sourdough jack, right? But then I'm like,
But everybody has rent to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody told you to get that location and spend all that damn money.
correct.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
the thing about I think the mom
you
and
gotta
pops
pay
is
to play though.
there's more specialty
Yeah.
included with the mom and pop stuff. And I
Yeah.
believe people think that they're getting a better, healthier meal. Like there's a spot, Mark's Cafe, over here on Mount Pleasant Street that's been around
yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
And they got a built-in fan base. I mean, people sitting in the wind, in the rain, outside.
Yeah.
Fucking chilling, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they've cultivated their crowd, which is incredible. But everything on the meal is $18 or more. I'm like,
I'm
God,
going to
damn.
call your mother tomorrow. You just talked me into
Call
it.
your mother's.
Oh yeah.
crack.
It's fire.
That fucking pastrami egg with spicy honey bagel.
Try the one. Try the one from L too, though. Try the one from L. You will not.
You know what?
be-
I've never been to L.
L's
L
crack.
is fire.
L's
Okay.
fire.
E
I don't
L
think
L E. Is that how you spell
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Okay.
Something
It's the old Hellers.
It's old Hellers, so that's
Yeah.
where they got the,
The
name.
bakery?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
And Hellers was all right too. Don't
Hellers
don't
was
trip.
fire.
Hellers
yeah.
is fire. Yeah.
Legendary spot, man. It's been there
Yeah.
since fucking forever.
Yeah. That's why they call it L. They just light up the middle.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I got you.
What's the podcast episode 108? When you come to DC, just give us a holler. We'll get you in. We'll get you situated. With all of
Streetwear
your-
Eddie's tour guides are also available for a small fee.
You know what
He'll
I'm saying?
take you around, show you all the spots as well.
What we want to do is we want to give a big. He's in our prayers. You know, he's in
Yes.
our thoughts. DMX.
Dark Man X.
Yeah, nothing but positive energy flowing his way.
Yeah.
I listened to the Joe Budden podcast because I'm just trying to. I'm interested in where they are, where they're headed. And Joe Budden made a point in which he said, "No news is good news," and I kind of feel the same way. I believe the news broke Saturday morning about that he had suffered a heart attack as a result of a drug overdose.
Yeah.
And I can't lie and say that I wasn't doom scrolling for pretty much the entire day. Like anytime I saw the words DMX, my heart would jump a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, this isn't good. Like I want to see him do well, but me, freaking out at every mention of his name is just not going to help. So
Yeah.
no news is good news. Shout out to the Rough Riders and everybody that is is a fan of his. That was I think they were like, doing tricks and stunts and stuff outside of the hospital, and they were playing.
I got chills watching that.
They were playing Rough Riders anthem.
Yeah.
And they were
yeah.
sort of just really showing their support, just putting a lot of love, a lot of positive energy
Yeah.
in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? DMX was at one point in time was, arguably the most popular and most important rapper in the world. 1998, 99.
Yeah.
DMX, the first concert at Hampton University that I saw when I was a student, must have been Labor Day weekend, and it was the Lox, DMX, and Jay-Z. 1998. I was like, this is the greatest college. Like,
Wow.
if I was like, if this is what college is, this shit is incredible.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Incredible. And this was not even like the second album hadn't even come out yet. So all he did was It's Dark as Hell's Hot.
I think that same concert came through DC too that year.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Also, DMX also did Howard Homecoming, I think like 2001, and he was the main attraction. I was there for that one. That's
Yeah.
the only time I've seen DMX perform. Amazing performer. Probably my favorite person to ever see perform on a live show. The
Wow.
energy X brings to the stage is unlike anything else I've ever seen in my life. Another close second might just be Busta Rhymes, and I'm talking about like 90s or early 2000s
Talking about
Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm
Leaders of
saying?
New School Busta Rhymes.
Yo, like, but DMX was something else, man. I don't know if I told you all this story, but I think Hove was also here that same year at Howard Homecoming playing at the Yard, but he might have been there earlier. And DMX was the main attraction, but I think the school only had a permit to have everybody out at the Yard until the sun started going down.
Mm-hmm.
And the sun started going down, and somebody came on the mic. They were like, yo, DMX is not here. The show's over. Everybody beat it. Get the fuck off the Yard. And for those that don't know, the Yard is a huge lawn in the middle of campus, and you know they had a stage on one side, and normally that's where everybody who was performing at Yard Fest would perform. So, you know, people started scrambling and leaving, and then all of a sudden you heard, "We not going anywhere. We right here." Yo,
Everybody went nuts.
bro. I
Yeah.
felt the hair in the back of my neck stand up. Like, I just remember, and I looked around, and you could have sworn it looked like a fucking stampede. Everybody was rushing back to the front of the stage.
Yeah.
It was one of the most incredible feelings I've ever had in my life, dog. Like, when it comes to a musician and watching that person perform, like, he got into DMX mode so quick. And
Yeah.
there was also that same year later on, um, this thing came out on MTV, and I think it might have been The Diary or something like that, where they had been following DMX around, and it was that same Howard Homecoming weekend, and they showed him eating at Florida Avenue Grill and shit like that. He was running around with his boys, like racing them out up and down Florida Avenue on foot, like doing like real races. And I remember he was running with his boy, and his boy fell down. I think they had money on the line, but that diary just stuck out to me. You might be able to watch it on YouTube or something like that. But yeah, DMX is special, dog. Like, I've never seen anybody with that kind of energy perform, man. It was just fucking amazing, man. So hearing this news just made me sad, dog. But seeing everybody there with their bikes outside the hospital, White Plains Hospital, you know, there's pictures of like nurses and doctors walking by looking out at the crowd and putting up an X. Like, even they know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that feeling you get. Like, there's not a lot of rappers or even musicians in general that'll give you that sort of feeling, especially for people from our generation. You know what I mean?
That's for
DMX is fucking special, dog. So prayers out to him, his family. There's a video on Instagram of his daughter playing Rough Riders anthem on her little piano, on her little keyboards. That shit was heartbreaking, man. So, man, that shit fucked me up. I can't even front.
Yeah, man, it's tough. Really seeing a lot of that old footage is crazy, and you know, hearing the story about what potentially got him, you know, led down that path of addiction.
Yeah.
Is really something that you don't really want to repeat and hear over and over again. But we're just gonna say, you know, keep him in your prayers.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, all the positive energy in the world, and everybody just is pulling for DMX to recover.
Sure.
And so we here at What the Podcast feel the same way. Episode 108. So I mean, there is obviously just it's the time of year. We're getting to the middle of April. Baseball it's here. Opening day just cracked off here in DC. I believe.
Because the first game got postponed, right? It was against
First
the
game got
Mets, and
postponed because
everybody
there
had
was
fucking COVID or something like that.
wild COVID activity.
There's like
damn.
three
going on.
players who didn't have COVID or some shit.
That's just
Yeah.
nastiness.
And
what
I
are these
think, and
players doing?
I think they also chose to celebrate the winning of the championship.
What championship?
Remember the Nationals won. I believe they won 2 years.
2
ago.
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they kind of celebrated that, having a house full of fans again
What?
at this year. Because
I'm
you remember
so
last year,
confused.
last year everything was all fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so,
So,
they didn't actually have
yeah.
a celebration?
I saw people going crazy and baseball is back and yada yada yada, all that good stuff.
Did we have a championship parade in DC?
Yeah,
I don't
they
remember
did.
that. Okay.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, yeah.
I missed that.
Nah, they definitely did.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. I mean,
Whatever.
shout out to
Shout out to the
everybody who
Nationals.
was there because we weren't. But yeah, baseball's back. I think I'm going to a game next Thursday. Looking forward to it.
We're gone.
What's the deal with the game? Like, what's the capacity or whatever?
I don't know, but I mean that opening game looked packed.
That's what I'm
Now,
saying.
That
now
shit
it
packed.
wasn't Texas. I don't know if you guys saw the Texas Rangers
Nah.
when they opened with 40,000 people at their stadium the
You're
other night.
kidding me.
That's a full house.
Dead serious. Oh yeah, it was a full house.
Yo, and those motherfuckers in Texas, there's no mask mandate, none of that.
I saw, I believe, out of the 40,000 people that were there were 7 people wearing masks.
That's Texas. That sounds
That's
about right.
so bad, dude.
Fuck, man. And they just started giving vaccines. So you know them motherfuckers, and it's like 3% of the population
We're
that's
never
got
gonna
vaccinated.
hit herd immunity.
Nah.
Like, we're never
Nah.
gonna hit it.
You know, herd immunity is getting tougher and tougher to hit, man. Because
We're gonna get like booster shots.
they're now saying, I mean, I don't mind getting the booster shot.
No,
I'm
but
here
we're
for it.
we're never gonna hit herd immunity.
Nah,
It's never
because
gonna
they're
happen.
saying now it's gonna be between 75. You know how there were talks about 60% of the population and we might
Yeah.
hit herd immunity.
Yeah.
I just heard on NPR this morning that it's between 75 and 85, and
We're never gonna hit that.
And 1 out of 3 people is saying, "Fuck the vaccine, I'm not taking it." So
Right.
it's gonna become harder
but
and
the
harder.
quality of those people are very trash-like as well. Because I read some similar where they said the people who are anti-vax are very strongly Republican, very strongly rural, and very strong to not be college educated.
I'll
Right.
be honest. I think it's also more than that. There's actually a lot of
I know
people
a
of
lot of
color who
people-
are
I know
who
a
are,
lot
who
of
are
people,
against
yeah.
it. Yeah, even over
Well,
here.
listen, first of all, the people of color who are against it, specifically black people, I understand because of what's happened to us.
Sure,
Exactly.
sure.
I
But
get it.
Yeah.
However, people can't let their ignorance get in the way of something that's going to help you. Yeah, I feel like shit
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now. You know what I'm saying? But in 2 days, I'll be fucking crip walking on all you bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So, my thing with people who don't trust it is if you're not doing the research for yourself, then you're selling yourself short. Right? I've been on planes since this shit started. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do the research with everything in the world nowadays. And if you choose not to, then that's 100%, it's kind of your own fault. Like, that's on some ignorance is bliss shit. Like, I'm just not going to take it.
Yeah.
If you get sick around me, I'm just going to punch you in your fucking throat because, especially if it's me and Bella on a plane. Nah,
Yeah.
dog, get him out of here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I
But-
look at people who aren't doing the research as ignorant and almost as like
They're part of the problem. Yeah.
they are part of the problem. Absolutely.
You know
Yeah.
what? And you also have to just make a note to that doing research doesn't just mean looking at headlines, because you can really find
That's
any
not research.
headline
Yeah, that's
to
not
support whatever case you want to make, right? Because that's happening everywhere. All that fake news shit and, QAnon and all these motherfuckers making up their own headlines and
Yeah.
spreading false propaganda. It's out there. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to do more than just a quick Google search. Like, you really have to dig into things. But to add on to your point, Jerome, it's I see a lot of people that I'm actually quite honestly shocked on whether it's in person or on social media or whatever the fuck, all talking about I'm not taking it, or is something gonna happen. There's people dying, and I'm like, bro, what are you reading? Where are you getting your news from?
But again, if they do the research on their own, if they're late, so at this point in time,
And it's not just black people either.
Of course, it's everybody, right?
Yeah.
I'm not against just not being friends with people. Like I don't have to. We don't have to be cool, my nigga. Like this is an airborne disease.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like y'all said, booster shots and the herd immunity. Okay, if you want to be a part of the problem, then we just not gonna be cool, dog. You're not standing in no DJ booth with me. I'm not walking you. None of that. All that
Yeah,
shit is
yeah,
in the
yeah.
past, my man.
Yeah, get the
Yeah,
fuck
You know what I'm
out of
saying?
here.
I don't have no problem asking you. Did you get this shit? If you
Show
didn't
me
get
your,
this
show
shit,
me your card.
Yeah, let me
Keep
see
it
your
moving,
let me
bro.
see your vaccination passport, B.
No
I don't like
bullshit.
none. I don't like none of you niggas
I got
anyway.
mine.
You know what I mean? So,
Pull that shit out. Pause.
Yeah.
so I think that people just gotta really do the research, man. Like they gotta be a
Yeah.
little bit smarter than. And listen, I went to. It was so I felt some kind of way today. I'm getting my second shot, and in the waiting room, it's not. I was the youngest person at 40 years old in there, right? So that made me feel good. That Elijah, but in the same effect, what's on the TV is the fucking Derek Chauvin murder trial. So you've got black people who are trying to do right, get their thing, and we're looking at a gross system of injustice on the
Yeah.
TV in front of
Yeah.
us. And you gotta wait 15 minutes.
Yeah. Like while you're playing your part, you gotta watch.
You're
it, like,
listening
yeah.
to some prosecutor try to
A
shit,
defense
defense
counsel.
attorney.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
defense attorney trying to shit on some cop,
Yeah.
and it made him change his story about what Jordan. I'm just like, yo, this
Yeah.
is
It's
fucking
becoming
America.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking
So
America.
again, man, if you choose not to get a vaccine, cool. Live your life. Just live your life without Jerome in it, and I'm cool with that. I've
Yeah.
come to grips with that. I don't even think it's a hard conversation to have.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we'll see. They're doing. There's a lot of talk this week about vaccine passports.
Well,
I think
they're
there's a lot of-
implementing it in the UK, man. The prime minister just came out. What is his name? Boris or Blair or something?
Yeah, Boris.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, we're opening up, and pubs are gonna be open." And he didn't come out and say it, but I think there was an announcement made later on that they're gonna do some sort of a vaccination passport. And there's a lot of fights against it and people against it, and talking about it's going back to not colonialism, but some sort of like controlling the state and things like that. And that means that people who are there illegally could get caught and get hemmed up and shit like that. And I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. This shit.
Number one,
it's hard to
Anybody
really
can get the
understand
shot,
it all.
even if you're legal or not legal. You can still
Right.
get the shot.
Here,
Yeah.
number one, nobody living in present day England had to suffer through colonialism in the 1300s. So all you motherfuckers, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? Like, yeah, you could read about it, et cetera, et cetera. But if we're looking out for the greater human
Yeah,
whatever,
the race.
right? The race.
Yeah,
Get the fucking shot, all right?
get the fucking shot.
I don't even understand it, but like Arizona, if you fly out there tomorrow, you can get the shot, no questions asked. They've stopped asking questions.
In DC now it's 16 and up.
16 and over.
Arizona
Yeah.
16 it up, and you choose
Which
the
one
shot
you
you
want.
want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And DC, there's tons of appointment spots open now. Like
Yeah.
I just saw
Tons.
it on the news. Tons of appointment
But
spots.
Biden also moved up the date so that he said that before. I think it was May 1st or something.
Yeah.
Now it's April 19th. Every adult in the country will have the opportunity to get the shot, which is
Florida
phenomenal.
too. Florida actually, I was just talking to my man out there. His two daughters just got their shots. Like they got their Pfizer shots, first shots. They're 15 and 18. Shout out to Kira and Kennedy. So
Because
I'm
basically
telling you,
they want the kids to go back to school.
Yeah.
people are taking the shots, man. I mean,
You know what I mean? So what's the podcast? If you didn't get a shot, that's your right to do so, right? But just know you will not be at the function when we have a function.
Yeah.
no,
right,
you're not
like-
invited.
You're just not important enough. So there is there's a conversation going around about Mike Pence. Mike Pence, he signed I think he got like $7 million, I believe. I read.
Multi-million-dollar. Yeah, is it
I
7 million?
think it's 7. 2-book deal with Simon and Schuster, but there is a huge concern about whether he's going to tell the truth or not.
He's
And
got to
so-
come in there and keep it real.
I mean, he's not obligated to tell the truth. So
I don't think
He's
he
not,
has.
and I don't think-
he's not going to do it.
No,
You know
he's
what?
not gonna.
I don't even think. I think this is gonna be like one of them okey doke type stories. It's gonna end up being a book about like fucking, I don't want to say fucking, but like Christianity and his faith and bullshit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
don't mean to say bullshit like that, like literally. I just mean that it's not going to be what we really want to see. Maybe the second book might talk a little bit about Trump, but I don't think he's going to be. Is Mike Pence even in politics anymore? Like, do we know?
I don't think he's doing anything right now.
He's
He's
just
writing
getting paid.
books.
Writing
he's about to
books
write a
and
book.
Doing fucking speaking in MAGA rallies or something.
That's all they got to do. You know
That's
what
all
I'm
you
saying?
gotta
But
do
like,
and get
He
paid.
gonna sell that book.
Yeah.
book will go
Fuck
crazy.
Mike Pence, man.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, that's what they all do. Everybody who does it. You know what I'm saying?
Mike
At some
Pence
point they
got
do
to
it.
step up. He can't be a pussy. You got
He
to come
doesn't
in
have
there and,
no,
and-
no.
and-
He
and
he doesn't have that in his DNA.
he doesn't have the backbone.
The
Nah.
HIV rate went crazy in Indiana when he was like the governor out there. You know what I'm
Why?
saying?
What do you have
'Cause
to do with
he
HIV?
didn't believe in drugs to cure it.
You're kidding me.
Dead ass. I will find the link for you shortly.
Oh my god. He's
Hey, yo,
a
shout
sick
out to I forgot. I mean, there's a woman. She was the one that first that wanted to study like a strand called mRNA. mRNA is basically included in the biology of the coronavirus vaccine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it,
They've now tested mRNA against HIV and found a 97% success rate against HIV. Her team has then taken this mRNA and said our next opponent is going to be cancer. They feel like they can take
That's
mRNA
fire.
to cancer.
that's
I love it.
amazing.
Yeah.
So
I
we
saw
might
it on
see a cure
Twitter.
for
I read it.
cancer.
Yeah, I
Just
was-
get me all them shots. Let's go.
Let me get it one time.
Yeah, let's get all of them.
I'll
Listen,
take the
man.
Johnson and Johnson
No
The-
doubt.
I think the-
mRNA vaccine.
I think the beauty of it is like when you trust science.
I think the beauty is like only trusting science.
Yeah, only. I mean, when you don't demonize science out of
Yeah.
pure ignorance and you really let it do its job, look what the fuck happens. You can change
Real
the
shit
world.
happens.
You know what I'm
Jerome
saying?
about to take that mRNA and go raw dog every day.
No, sir.
Like,
You guys are married. That's
exactly.
a luxury that married people can have. I'm not married, so I'm not raw dogging anything.
But I'm saying, like, now you don't have to worry about diseases. You don't have to
That's
worry about
not true.
HIV, the big dog.
Okay, there's other ones that are. I'm
but this
cool.
is the big
There's
dog.
still
This
big-
is the
I mean-
scary one.
The other ones are big dogs too.
They weren't.
I mean, they're not the yeah.
They weren't gonna kill
The
you. right?
scariest one of them all is another child. So there is no.
Oof.
There is
True
no. Again,
indeed.
there's luxuries that I can't.
You get clipped though.
Partake
like, you know
in?
what I'm saying? And,
Hey,
and,
yo.
and then it's
I mean,
just on.
Listen, man. You live your life, I live mine. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It
for
is
sure.
what it is.
For
but
sure.
I just know that hearing this woman having this sort of effect on just the world is a beautiful thing. Yo,
Yeah.
fam, just believe in science. Not everything Biden and them are gonna do is gonna be perfect or loved by the world in general.
Right.
But they're off to a
Believe
good
in
start.
Science, yeah, but
They're off to a good fucking start. You
Yeah.
know
I
what
I mean,
I'm saying?
listen, the vaccination rate has gone up, a whole lot, and that's only happening because of this administration. They're taking it seriously.
And you also, and also at the same time, it's we're gonna see another surge. People just need to be prepared for it because the states are gonna reopen. You know what I'm saying? Like California just announced that they're gonna reopen on
Yeah.
June 15th, I believe.
But that might give a little bit of boost for all the people who are like anti-vaxxers. Once
No,
we
I
have
think
that
that's
surge.
yeah. That's
they're
what
gonna be
that's what
like, you know
California's trying to
we really
do.
Need this shit.
California's trying to be like, we're going to open June 15th. It's April 7th. You have enough time to get either both of your shots or one of your shots. You know what I'm saying? And, I am 100% for making people get the shot. Like, get the fucking, have the Johnson & Johnson on deck. Get it one time. You'll be down for a day or two. I've had so much fucking Gatorade and water and Pedialyte, and I had a Tylenol and all that good shit. And, I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight, but...
You
know what I'm saying? By Friday night, I'll be good. You know what I mean?
No, you
So,
be good. You gonna wake up tomorrow feeling great.
Yeah,
You'll be
you're gonna
good.
be all right
We're
tomorrow.
gonna
bro.
hope for it. So, but nevertheless, we'll just say that in DC they've done a really good job in terms of keeping things sort of in, and now that they're gonna open up, what I'm saying? Hopefully it stays that way. What's
My
the
cousin
podcast?
and her husband went and got vaccinated in New York too. They went right to the Met Stadium, in and out, 10 minutes.
Shea
That's
Stadium.
happening. Sorry, yes. Shea. Is it Shea Stadium? No, City Life. Shea Stadium is the
Shay's
old
the
joint.
old one. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
City Life or City Stadium, whatever the fuck,
Yep,
wherever
yep.
the Mets played, right through the parking lot, 10 minutes in and out.
Speaking of New York, what's the podcast episode 108 tomorrow? By the time you hear this, Supreme's dropping the MPC tomorrow, $1,700. How do you guys feel about it?
We're getting it right. We're gonna start doing beats.
I saw the video today. It looks pretty fresh. It lights up when you hit the key hit the pads.
Clark Kent already got his.
I
The
mean,
list.
you know,
Yeah.
my name is Jerome Baker, so that's
No,
not
we
me.
need to figure to get one
How
for
much-
you and one for Silent Tom.
How much are regular NPCs go for? Same price?
That particular model, I don't know off top, but I just know and Supreme, I think is great when it comes to the marketing of things. They shoot these
Yeah.
videos and they're pretty simple. And
Did they have a DJ, a well-known producer in the video, or
I
no?
think they had Arab music.
Arab.
Yeah, and he's just like, doing all the shit he does.
With the lights and shit?
Yeah. So
The little Spanish dude.
yeah. I think it was Arab music.
Okay.
yeah. Or his cousin.
Or his cousin.
Is he Spanish?
I think so. I met him at Complex Con one time. He's super little. He might be like 4'5".
Is he Spanish or is he Arab?
I think he's Arab.
Oh, he
I
could
mean,
be. He could be Middle Eastern.
It is.
You know?
It is Arab music. Yeah, it's
it
him.
could. It could. I mean, Middle Eastern dudes sometimes look
I mean,
like
it's
they're
just 'cause
Puerto
his-
Rican.
Just
It's
because
the same
his
thing.
name is Arab music.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
I just was learning about the Spanish colonization and conquest of the Philippines, and that's why you see so many Filipinos with Spanish last
names. Yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying? I've been reading up on that a little bit. It's very interesting. So, could he be Spanish and Arab? I mean, it's New York City. You
We should
never.
look that
That's a
up.
fact.
Arab
You know what I'm
music.
saying?
I think I saw somewhere that he was Spanish, but I could be wrong.
That's interesting if you go by Arab music, but you're Spanish, right?
I
like
mean-
that's because I mean, unless like he's from Harlem, and they just talk shit about everybody,
Yeah,
and they
Well,
think he's a little
I think
Arab.
he is from Uptown.
Yeah, so they think he's a little Arab, but he's really like Guatemalan. You
His
know what
name
I'm
is
saying? Like,
Abraham Orellana, which
that sounds Spanish.
sounds bad. He's from Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh no, he's Dominican. Oh yeah, they're all up there heavy.
Yeah, he's Dominican and Guatemalan.
What did I just say?
Yeah,
I just
too
fucking
stupid.
said it. He's from Guatemalan. What the
He
fuck?
got
Yeah.
he got nothing to do with Arab.
I just called that shit. Yo, shout out to Rhode Island. I'm playing out
Shout
there.
out to Rhode. For real,
Yeah, I'm
let's
going
go.
out there.
Let's
I'm
we
going
should
out
make
there
that a
in, like,
trip.
I think 2 months. We just talked today, so we gotta lock
Let's
it
do
down.
it. There's a quick Southwest flight, like $59 in and out.
Perfect.
We'll
Listen.
be in and out.
Might find
for
in
the
Boston though. I'm not sure yet. I might find in Boston and then.
Okay. I
Providence
mean,
only an
Southwest
hour away.
flies to Boston too.
Yeah, that
from
flies quick.
BWI direct from Southwest. It's,
I've
it's
taken
quick,
it.
man.
I've taken
I'm
it a
taking
few
it
times,
joints both to Providence and to Boston.
Shout out to
But
Stay
yeah.
Silent. Stay Silent PVD. That's my guy. So we just locked that in earlier today. I'm excited.
Yeah. Shout out to Arab music too.
Dominican and
Guatemalan.
fucking
Guatemalan.
Guatemalan from Uptown. I called that shit.
No, Providence, Rhode Island.
From Providence. Yeah.
He did get his bones uptown though, because he fucked with Diplomat Records. Like they said that he was 17 in 2006, and he was getting noticed by Cam and all them Diplomat Records. So
There we fucking
he
go.
did a lot of their mixtapes. I remember that.
Yo, so speaking of Cam, speaking of Uptown, Cameron was on Drink Champs.
That was a great episode.
Fantastic 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Getting Cam's perspective and his his side of the story on multiple things. I mean, the PD Crack allegiance was incredible. Hearing about him and Jay going
Yeah.
petty back and forth with each other.
Jay is kind of like on another like little bit of a asshole level, a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's well known though. That's well known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the J thing, the PD Crack, well, the J and the PD Crack thing are kind of one and the same. Just everything. I mean, if you follow Cam on Instagram, you see his socializing with his neighbor. That's been hilarious. You hear about him and Jim Jones. He said, I'll never diss Jones or Jewels.
He
You know,
did kind of diss Jim
He
though.
did kind of diss him though.
He went on the
he-
live and went on for like fucking 2 hours
but
about
Cam said he was
Jim
just.
and
Cam said I never dissed Jim. He said I was just clearing things up.
Okay.
yeah.
That's
but,
I'm just telling you that's fresh out of Cam. That's what
No,
he
no,
said on
I heard the
That's
same
his
thing.
Yeah,
and
perspective.
you know what I'm saying?
I was hoping for some pushback from Nori about that. Like, yo, son, you did go on live and shit on him a little bit.
Nah, they
But
what else? I mean, Cam just spoke
It was a
about
great
obvious-
episode though.
Yeah, his
Great
relationship
interview.
with the singer dude from Chicago, who we're not going to name.
You're right.
He spoke about that. He spoke
Dame
about
Dash.
yeah, obviously Dame. Yeah, and
Yeah.
just everything, and just everything. His relationship with just the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Ohio, Chicago, Texas. Like Cam.
I didn't know that he wrote Little C's lyrics either. For what's that, Crush on
yeah,
You?
yeah.
But then you know what? I listened to it and that's Cam for sure.
For sure.
Like now when you listen to it, you're like, oh, that's Cam.
You
He
can't
spe-
get
it- the-
Cam's.
Yeah.
You can't get it out of your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny part
see it.
too was when when he's talking about Mace and how Mace is just it's a weird dude to him and his crew and how to meet running all
Yeah.
around Harlem and pulling up
Meet
at
up
the car
three
show.
different places.
Yeah, he's like, but yo, I still listen to the "Been Around the World" remix like once a month.
Yeah.
And if you're familiar with the "Been Around the World" remix, it's
Yeah.
incredible. It's an incredible top 5 remix of all time. That shit is amazing.
Yo.
I love that song.
Fucking Mace comes off sounded like he might be a little bit crazy. Like he had them dudes meeting him
sure.
in a couple of places,
And then when he saw him, he was
sees
like,
them.
"What
What are y'all doing here? Like what?
I know y'all not mad about that. Like nigga, what? You spent 4 hours. So
Yo, Mace is crazy.
yeah, if you get a chance,
damn.
go watch the Cam on Drink Champs, man. It's
That-
amazing.
It was a good listen, man. I listened to that shit on 2 of my runs and knocked it out. So
It was great also
perfect.
because Cam and Nori are probably a year apart and
Yeah.
their come up was very at the same time.
Yep.
Banned for
mid-
TV. Come
mid
on.
to late 90s New York City. Yeah, I would love to hear like if Cam actually spit more. It didn't sound like he did, but you know what I'm saying, he wanted to go crazy on the beat. Obviously when Cam said that there was Cameron has a song with Lil Wayne called Suck It or Not.
Yeah.
Pause, which is very popular. But he said Boosie and Webby were on it originally.
I would like to hear that version.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, man, Drink Champs. It is about 3.5 hours long, but like Abdul said, if you just want to like
Space it out. Yeah.
space it out. I watched it when I was dolo for a minute, so you know what I mean. It's good. It's good. It's a good watch, man, for sure.
Watch us on YouTube too. Come on. You know
there
the
you go.
vibes.
Backslash what's the podcast?
Yeah. Smash
on
that like
YouTube.
button.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
time
for
you hit
sure.
that like button, we get like 10 cents or something.
Yes. What's the podcast episode 108? I believe that. Oh, we cannot leave this out because he was a Washington Wizard. He was a Boston Celtic. He might have been a Clipper. Paul Pierce, who was also an analyst at ESPN up until last Friday night, I believe. Which you never people go out. They leave jobs on their own. So I think Paul Pierce already knew he was on the way out. And he was like, fuck it, I'm going to just do what I want to do. Paul Pierce jumps on Instagram Live, and he's smoking weed, and he's got strippers in
He's like
the
at a
background.
underground gambling spot.
No, that was his house.
Either way, he has like poker
Right.
tables and dealers.
Yeah.
Like he's
Ready to go.
He was
Yeah.
wilding.
smoking weed, getting back rubs by strippers.
He's like angling the camera so you can see all the ass twerk behind him. Like he was an expert with the angle. Paul knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
Smoking, drinking, doing his thing, and he's been wilding out on Instagram ever
I mean,
since.
he's in his house. Let that man live.
Yeah,
but
you don't
ESPN
need
is
to put
Disney.
it on. Yeah, you can't put that shit on Instagram when there's people who look up to him. And I don't know, man. I feel both ways about it. I just think that anybody who has some sort of corporate job just needs to watch what they're doing, watch what they say on social media. All that shit applies to everybody, man. So, yeah, if he was on his way out or he didn't give a fuck about the job, and obviously
I mean, he
it
clearly
doesn't
didn't
seem
give a fuck
yeah.
about the job. Yeah.
Well, maybe he did, and it was just a lapse in judgment, right? And he might be regretting it now. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think that's the first time he's been in that situation. He probably had plenty of opportunities.
We
to
never,
do that.
we won't know,
I don't-
but
yeah,
I think he was on the way out, and he was like, "Fuck it, here you go." Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think we've ever seen him on live acting like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? smoking on camera and shit like that. Like,
Nah.
yo, people, yeah, that was a fucking moment. I mean, I get it, live your life, but
Yeah.
you know, if you don't give a fuck, that's one thing, sure. But if it was a lapse in judgment, then goddamn, you paying a heavy price for that.
I
But
think he's chilling.
that being said, he just got offered like a $250,000 gig with some adult site to
Cam
like.
Soda.
What is Cam Soda? I don't even know,
know.
but it's an adult website according to the headlines, and they want him to come on host a show where he's essentially doing the same shit he was doing at his crib. So, I mean, listen, there's a
Cam
win in there.
Soda. Cam Soda is a live streaming webcam platform. The video streaming platform provides for adult webcams and non-adult live streams.
Yeah, this he about to be the new Tory Lanez, right? Like,
Well, they still want him to keep his NBA credentials, so they want him to be like the porn dude,
Who
like
talks
doing the
about
NBA
basketball.
for the porn site. Because you know,
Yeah,
all these websites are trying to be like lifestyle,
Yep.
right? They want to keep you locked in with as much content as possible. So if they can nab a former NBA star
Yeah.
to give you the latest news the whole time you got smut going on in the background,
that's
and
tight.
you're paying you $20 a month, $19.99 a month. Fuck it, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
and on that site, anything goes because people are paying, right? It's just like
Exactly.
when Sirius XM opened up and what's his name joined on there. 'cause
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern, you could curse on there. You could have
Yeah.
all kinds of wild shit happening.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this will be a deal like first of its kind. And you're right; it could kind of be revolutionary. Like it could be a game-changing thing, like having like a porn site do like sports analysis. Are you fucking kidding me? Like
well, there's
nobody's done that.
Nah, there's a porn star who does
Oh,
sports
okay.
analysis, and she actually tried to distance herself from the porn thing. But it's like,
Oh, she thinks
fam,
she's for real.
yeah, but it's like, fam, all somebody has to do is Google you on any site, and
And we see your whole history.
yeah, it's fucking getting trained. You know what I mean?
Oh
so,
my god.
but for Paul Pierce for $19.99 a month.
Oh my god.
Who
Yeah.
knows how much he was who knows how much he's gonna lose because of the ESPN thing, but I mean, you know, man, it is what it is, man. People make mistakes. He'll be able to bounce back. You know what I'm saying?
He shouldn't
without a
get
doubt.
penalized like that though. Like I mean, I thought I think somebody else should pick him up too. Like
He's doing the same thing everybody else is doing. He just
yeah,
put it
this
on blast.
this is gonna blow over and you know it's gonna go away and we'll see him hopefully on another network. And is he a good analyst or
No.
commentator?
No.
So that sucks.
He'll be better at the porn site.
Yeah, he might be better at the porn site. So
If I'm him, I hold out for $750 and I do a little bit more like consulting for them, and I groom somebody who's a little bit younger who is good. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
well,
And
you do
that
the
way,
250 for like a quick minute and be like renegotiation in like a month.
I want to come in the game at $750 and give me 5% in the company. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk your shit, Paul, because he lives in Calabasas. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to pay that rent if you try to live next to the Kardashians, my nigga. But
He also owns a nightclub in L.A. or a hookah lounge in L.A.
yeah, he also
So
got
he's-
stabbed by Benzino when he was a rookie. Benzino's crew
I remember that.
stabbed him, and then he ended up-
Almighty RSO.
The RSO, yeah.
Benzino's daughter is one of the biggest rappers of the moment. I mean, she's a terrible rapper. She's
Yeah.
fucking trash.
But why is
she's-
her songs blowing up so much?
She's great because they're catchy for this new demo.
They're also beefing. They're not getting along. Her and the
Yeah, I
dad.
saw that too. Yeah.
That
for
sucks.
sure.
But shit, man.
I mean, that sucks for them. I get along with my daughter, so we good.
Yeah. No, I'm
what's
saying
the
that sucks
podcast?
for them.
Yeah, what's the podcast? Episode 108. Speaking of taking it back, on April 19th, the Scream Green Hirachis are dropping.
Oof. Fucking classic.
I have
man.
a pair. I have a pair from the 2000, maybe 99 retro.
Wow.
God damn.
Still got them.
Wearable?
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't seen them in God knows how long. But
Yo,
the last time I
that's-
checked, they were still intact.
That might be my favorite Hirachi of all time.
Nah, fuck that.
What else you got?
The
Michigan one.
the Bo Jackson ones, the high top Hirachis with the strap,
Oh, the
the SC trainer. Is that what
Wait.
they are?
Nah, that's not.
The
That's
Hi-
not a.
whatever
That's
the
not a
Hirachi.
Hirachi.
Yeah, the Hirachi with the strap, the royal blue and black Bo Jacksons.
Bo Jackson's.
Yeah,
Oh, with the crisscross stripe.
nah,
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
the Hirachis, man.
I gotta see that. Let me see a picture of them shits. No, I'm excited about these, man, and you know, you got to make sure you
These
go
right
up.
here.
You go up like half a size in these Hirachis, at least minimum.
Oh yeah, I have
half
those
a
too.
size.
I got those from the 2000 retro.
I see so many. Oh, okay. Those are your favorite?
I
The
mean, I
Air
think that-
Trainer Hirachis.
Yeah, I think those are
Well,
my
that's
favorite.
it's a completely different shoe. I mean,
You
I-
said favorite Hirachis.
yeah. I mean, I was talking about like these Hirachis, like
Yeah.
the same ones that are coming out.
Oh,
in this-
this is the best colorway.
yeah, this is my favorite one.
Yeah, this is the best colorway.
Yeah, yeah. Because also weren't I mean, even like the stuff the Fab Five wore, those were all part of the Hirachi family, but they were a completely different shoe.
They're the Hirachi basketball shoe.
Yeah. Then they
That
also
was a
had
Hirachi training shoe.
I also
the one you
think
talk about was a Hirachi running shoe.
yeah the carnivores weren't those part
I
of the
have a pair of
Hirachi
those.
family.
I have
Yeah,
a pair
all of those had like the little crazy logo on the tongue. So
Yep.
yeah, no, I meant like Hirachi running. This bright green and blue
Silhouette.
colorway was my favorite, dog. Like, so I'm definitely gonna be getting these.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There was another color that came out with those. It was like a tan, like a light orange, and like green, right?
Green. I still have
Yeah.
those. Those just
Tho-
retroed, I think, in
Those are pretty
2013
dope too.
or 2014.
Yeah.
And then they also had the purple and black joints with white.
Yep.
The white with the purple and black. All fire. Original
Yeah.
colorways. Crazy. Yeah, I'm grabbing these. You getting these, Rome? You gonna re-up?
Nope.
You passing on it?
Just bought some new sheets.
Oh
you sleeping good after that shot.
What's your thread count looking like these days? Are you
Something
do you,
crazy.
Do you care about that?
I do, but this was it was a three. Macy's was having a crazy sale on all of their home decor, and it was a $180
Sheets?
cover pillow top, whatever, for
Yeah.
$20.
Duvet.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So that means that 180 sounds really expensive for sheets. So that means you're probably like Egyptian cotton type shit.
I mean, I just want to go to sleep, so that's all. Literally
I'm not,
literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
Hey, listen, that shot is gonna do that to you. You be all right tomorrow.
I'm not the Hirachis I think are gonna be great. I just feel like that's a shoe you gotta try on. Because my Hirachis I believe are size 13. I wear a size 11 and everything else.
Damn.
Like you
God
have to
Damn.
you have to try Hirachis. Everybody I know has to
Yeah.
size up to
Yeah,
some
yeah.
degree, right?
I-
your
I
foot
know one-
your foot is not gonna go through them shits. Pause.
Nah.
But what I'm saying
if
is
you
that
get the wrong size, if you get your own size, your foot literally won't.
how
go
many
inside of
people
the
are going to
shoe.
order the size that they normally wear
Yeah,
and then have to send them back to sneakers because
yeah.
they're too small.
They're
Or,
gonna
you
be
know what I'm
too
saying?
small.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep,
So
yep.
I remember that from 20 years ago,
Yep.
21 years ago. You know what I mean?
So,
So,
This is a PSA for all new Hirachi consumers. Go up half or a whole size minimum.
Yeah, minimum.
Yeah.
something I have been seeing is that Supreme and Nike have a pretty solid stock of Air Force Ones now, right? I think they're preparing for summer. On my filters on Sneakers app, I keep the size 11 filter there,
Yeah.
and the white on white Air Force One is in stock. It's been in stock for weeks now,
Yes.
right? And it seems
On
like every
Sneakers app?
Thursday, yeah, it seems like every Thursday Supreme is dropping their white on white Air Force One collaboration, right?
So they're dropping it again tomorrow, or
They dropped it. They dropped it last week for sure.
they did.
Yeah, it was gone. It was one of the first things gone. I said, "Holy shit!"
Oh
yeah, I
man,
can't. I
I'm
can't,
still
I can't
missing
seem
out
to get
on
a pair of
those.
those. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
But the one
Fuck.
thing that is not ever in stock is the all black Air Force Ones.
What's up with that? I saw that. I was
I
like,
think
yo,
there's a lot
it's-
of listen, man.
out
There's
of
a lot
stock.
of energy. There's a lot of energy across the world, across the country. There's a lot of black Air Force One
Black
energy.
on black energy.
we should be like, I don't know. I think that shoe kind of caught a bad rap just because it's all black. Like
I
that's
fuck
been
with
a
'em.
shoe that I've worn throughout
Same.
my childhood and even as an adult, like the all black Air Forces,
I
Air Force
definitely have
One
a-
lows.
Listen, and your intentions in life are pure and just, but it's
Yeah.
real outside right now. There's a lot of carjackings going on in DC, and there's black Air Force One energy in the streets. Keep your
Yeah.
eyes open and your wallet in your front pocket. You need to be smart out here. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
it's just one of them situations where you need to be careful. If you want to get, if you see black Air Force Ones available, jump on it.
Get on
Uh,
the, and if you see somebody walking with them cross the street to the other side, what do you
unless,
do?
unless you got yours on.
Depends unless you got yours on or if you got something in your pocket.
True.
Yeah.
You know
True,
what I'm saying?
true,
Be
true.
Or
smart out
both.
here.
Or both.
Yeah.
Or both.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Um,
Now I've been a fan of those Air Forces, man. I like
Yeah.
those.
I like the Air Force, the black on black highs with the strap.
Yeah, those are fire. Fire.
Hey, yo, everybody in the world, get your fucking shot, but this shit sucks, B.
No,
Trying
you
to
be
tell
alright.
you
You
right
be alright.
now.
You be alright.
You know
God
what? You got the
damn.
Moderna shot, and it's normally
It
the
packs a
second.
punch.
Yeah, the second shot fucks you up. What I have heard from people who've got the Pfizer, I believe, might be the other way around. The first shot fucks you up a little bit, and then you're good on the second one. But I mean,
Well,
Moderna.
the nurse today, she was like, it's either gonna really hit you or it's not gonna hit you at all. I was like, oh, that's great. That makes me feel great.
You know what I have noticed is for older people, like my parents didn't get sick off Moderna on the
Yeah.
second shot. It's been
Neither-
our kid, our age and younger.
Our immune system fights it harder. That's why.
Yeah, yeah.
My mom was like, my mom said she feels fine. She's like, I don't know
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Right.
I'm
No,
like,
when you're
Right.
when you're younger, your immune system fights it off stronger, so you get sicker.
Yeah, something, but it's definitely
what they say.
affecting younger people harder
Yeah.
than it does older people.
That's what they say.
My father-in-law got that shit. He was straight. He's like, nothing. My arm is a little bit sore, but nah.
That's
and
it,
Same,
yeah.
same thing with my parents.
Yeah.
And like you said, your mom as well. But all four of us actually got sick from the second shot.
Yeah. Put me
And
down for one
we've
day.
all had Moderna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was down for like a good 30 hours, a day and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so
we were texting because
it's
we both
normal.
got a second
Yeah.
shot the same day.
Yeah.
I'm over here sweating and shit.
You'll be
Yeah.
alright.
Right, God
Yeah,
damn.
but that. This is as bad.
That
as
means
it
it's
gets.
working. You're
yeah,
good.
It's as bad as it
Listen,
gets.
I'm good. I'm good. If
Yeah.
something, if something were to
Yeah.
happen in my boo boo, I could be there in 6 minutes. I'm not tripping. But you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's mad
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
At this point in time, we're gonna say, what is Abdul watching?
Bro, I watched the craziest shit ever, and I think all y'all need to go watch this. The fucking QAnon documentary on HBO. Have you guys ever seen it?
No.
Oh my!
Is
But
that the
I'll
one
watch
about
it.
the dude and his dad?
Yes.
I read about it on Twitter. I didn't see it though.
But this goes really in depth. It's 6 episodes, and it started 6-7 weeks ago, and I think this was the last episode. So I always knew this was gonna be something I'm gonna watch, but I was like, let me just wait until the whole shit fucking ends, right? So I can binge watch all 6 episodes, and it really goes into how QAnon started, where it started, and I learned so much about like things like 2chan, or was it
4chan,
4chan, which
8chan.
yeah, so 4chan was apparently some sort of like crazy board on the internet where people could post whatever the fuck they wanted, and QAnon started posting their messages on there, and then some dude decided, you know what, it's too hard to fucking start like a different group on 4chan, so he created 8chan, and QAnon started posting on there, and Q, for the most part, is nobody knows who it is. That company got bought out by a father-son duo, and I'm not gonna give away too much of it, but
Yeah.
this reporter or investigator, I should say, who made the documentary, towards the end, kind of figured out who Q was and who was behind those messages.
Yo, that part is incredible. I saw that part.
Oh,
of
so
it.
you've seen it? Oh,
I
okay,
just
you
I
only
just saw
watched
that. I saw the clip on Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah, that part was because what happened was the dude doubled down the next day.
He ratted himself out.
He ratted
Snitch
himself
on
out,
himself.
but then the next day he posted, and just so you guys know, I'm not I'm not QAnon and neither is my dad or something like that.
He's
He
been
tried
saying
he
that.
tried he tried to
Yeah,
he
yeah,
tried to
yeah.
say the other guy was QAnon. I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, listen, if you have not seen it, go watch it. I thought it was interesting to uh, uh, understand how stupid some of the people are in this country. But it really became a fucking movement, man. Like these people were responsible for the insurrection on January 6th at the Capitol. Like all their messages led up to people fucking rushing the Capitol. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And there's people who are making money off of it. There's YouTube spit-off shows on each one of those messages and trying to interpret what he's saying or she's saying, and it's a whole bunch of fucking shit. And,
Yeah.
and listen, go watch it. It's called Q Into the Storm, I believe is the name of the documentary. You can't miss it. It's on HBO.
Yeah.
Um, other than that, Snowfall is still on. It's getting real on there. I think we're about to be in episode 7. I'm gonna catch up on this week's episode as soon as we're done taping because it's Wednesday today and the show is coming on right now. So, um, yeah, not a whole lot of TV, but those two shows that have been on my rotation this past week. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't listened to too much new music just because the Cam thing was just so. That was it. I
Yeah.
mean, there's I don't know. Music I think is gonna pick up once Outside picks up, so we'll see what that's about. But
Yeah. It's gonna
Shout
be.
out
you
to
know,
a friend of the show, King Carter. He was in town from L.A. This week, and we got a chance to link up yesterday for lunch. So shout out to Adrian. Good to see you, brother.
Shout out to Dave Ostroff.
Shout out to Big Dave. Yeah,
Big Dave set the record straight.
yeah, he did. He's gonna hook it up for the next Nas show at the Wolf Trap. We're gonna be in the VIP hanging out with Nas.
Jerome's not going.
Jerome's getting an autograph.
I'm gonna use a photo of that trip for this week on Instagram. So
Oh, Nas just had a anniversary of one of his albums turned like 22 or 23. I can't remember which one it is, but I saw it on. I am. I think I am just had a birthday or something.
Anniversary.
Yeah. So shout out to Nas, of course.
that's an okay album.
That
Yeah,
was a good
today
album.
April 6th, 1999. So
That was a good
yesterday
album.
it turned.
That's a great album, man.
Yeah.
Yesterday it turned. What is that?
22.
22.
Yeah.
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 So I think the song with Aaliyah is fire.
We support.
Right?
We celebrating 22nd anniversaries now.
I mean, anything past 20, I think you start doing
Every
it
year?
on a yearly basis, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, 15 is a big one, too. You go on in increments of 5, and then once it hits 20, you start doing it every year.
I didn't know that.
I think we're just living in that give them the flowers while they
Yeah.
can.
Nas
you
is like
know.
48. He's getting up there. Like we gotta celebrate that man. He's a legend.
I think yeah. I mean, shout out to that album. I think there's a song with Aaliyah on there that's a banger. You won't see me tonight. That was good, but
Oh yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But with the Nas I Am album, the bootleg was actually significantly better than the album,
Right.
and the bootleg is a lot of what you heard on Lost Tapes Volume 1.
Yep.
Is it? Would you call that a boot? It was the leak, right? It dropped. It came out early.
It came out way early.
Way
It was
early.
a mix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was a mix of both albums. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he had to go back in and re-record after that came
And
out.
they said that was one of the reasons why a lot of people were like a little bit disappointed in that album. Not me, but
They
a lot of
heard the
because,
whole album.
Well, not only that, but I think he had to go in and record new songs or replace some of the shit that he really fuck with, and had to take it off because it was already on the streets.
Right.
And I think that turnaround needed to be really quick because probably some sort of label deadline or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I Am is a good album. Lost Tapes, of course, fire. Lost Tapes 2 is fire. Nas is a fucking legend, man. Forget about it.
Lost Tapes 2 was trash, but we won't get into that.
Lost Tapes 2 is fire. Cuban Links 2 is also fire. You heard me.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you think Fish Scale by Ghostface was fire?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
You didn't
man.
like it?
Fuck no.
Oh man, you bugging. All
He
right.
had all the producers. He had all the, but it just didn't.
That was a good album.
didn't work.
It was alright.
Exactly. It was alright.
I
Wasn't
like
the
it.
first
Alright.
single? Wasn't that the first single with Neo?
That shit was a banger.
Get
It's
right
alright.
back.
Yeah. You didn't like that song?
No, it was dope, but I mean, like,
All right.
yeah.
Well, it is what it is.
It's all good. You know,
Yeah.
you like what you like. I like what I like.
There you
Episode
go.
108. What's the podcast? It's been fantastic. Shout out to my man, always available. Hashtag She Were Eddie.
Yo, peace.
Shout out to my man, Don't Charge Abdul.
Jerome is gonna get some good rest tonight. Hope you feel better, brother.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be asleep in 2 minutes. All
Like,
right.
lights are about to go out.
The air conditioning is on. You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe, rate, and comment.
Peace.
We out.
Peace.